Hey everybody, it's Matt, Wrestling with Whiskey, back, and I want to give you a little piece of advice. In fact, I'm going to give you 5 pieces of advice, because when you first get into bourbon hunting, or bourbon collecting, or just bourbon tasting, enjoying, which is the key component, it can be very, very overwhelming. Trust me, I know. When I first started getting into this and found all the different avenues and intricacies and all the little ins and outs of bourbon, whiskey in general, but let alone all the rigmarole around American whiskey and bourbon especially, it was really, really overwhelming at certain times. But there were a couple things that I was able to do, a couple resources I turned to that helped me figure it out and streamline me into this idiot who now makes YouTube videos all about the subject. So, without further ado, here are the 5 tips for beginning bourbon fans. Number 1 is very simple. Start slow. Like with anything you're new to, begin easy, begin simple. In fact, I would even start just get 1 bottle. If you don't have anything, get 1 bottle of whiskey. Because you might not be used to tasting it yet. You might not be used to just drinking it neat. You know, you might be someone who's always done it with Coke or in a cocktail or something like that. So just get 1 bottle and sit with it and sip it. Learn to taste. See what you can pick out. It'll probably grow each time, especially if you're not used to it. You might just taste fire the first time, but 3-4 times in, you're getting caramel, and then after that you're getting cherry, and then you're getting fruit and baking spices and all this stuff that you hear on all these videos. So start slow and keep it simple and you'll get there. Number 2 kind of piggybacks off of number 1. And like I said, do not hunt. Don't be a bourbon hunter yet. You'll get there, we all get there, and you'll probably get there way faster than you ever expected to. We all do. But at first, I'm telling you, do not do it. Stick with the start slow method, get 1 bottle, then maybe 2, then 3. Try to get different kinds and figure out what you like, because that's at the end of the day what this is about. It's about what you like, not about what's rare or expensive or collectible, especially at the beginning. So please, don't be the guy going in, finding the name of a rare whiskey, asking every liquor store in town, because you're just going to drive people away. You're going to annoy people. You're like the little kid at the party who's a little too big for his britches. It's not to say you can't live your life, but I'm just telling you, you're going to get more of an appreciation if you don't jump into that rat race quite yet, right at the beginning. Learn to like the stuff you have that's at your grocery store or liquor store every single day. And then you'll figure out what you like and what will really be worth hunting. Because at some point you're going to want to open up a lot of these bottles, even the expensive ones, and you're going to want it to be something you like. Number 3, speaking of going into all the liquor stores in town, I highly encourage you, shop local. Especially if there's a independent, mom and pop, independently owned liquor store. Those, to me, are always the best. You're going to get some of the best customer service. You're going to get a really personal touch with it. But even if not, even if you live in a place that has only big chains, if you live in, like Chicago, we have Binny's here. I know there's Bevmo out in the West Coast. There's Total Wine all over the place, these big box stores. But even in that case, find your local outlet and shop that one store and even get to know the staff there. So wherever you shop, get to know the staff, chat them up. Don't start asking about stuff right away. Just ask them what they like. Ask them if they do recommend anything. You're new to this too. So I remember, even if you've been in this for a few weeks, a few months, and you think you know a thing or two, don't go in telling someone who's been working at a store for a while what they think, what they should give you. You know what I mean? But patronize them. Show them you're a loyal customer, and just engage them in conversation. And trust me, eventually you'll start talking bottles, you'll start talking about what's coming in, and you'll be on their mind and on their radar for things that are a little bit harder to find, a little bit harder to get. That is the key. It's just being kind. It's not pouring them out or bringing them a bunch of free stuff. It's not paying them under the counter. It's not striking some seedy business deals with them. There's no secret. Be cool. Be friendly. Shop local. Number 4 is very simple. It's do your research. And the way I suggest you do that, first and foremost, are podcasts. They're so popular now and they're so plentiful, and there's a lot of really great bourbon ones out there and whiskey ones. Bourbon Pursuit is fantastic. They helped me get my start. The podcast is a lot of fun and is no pressure. There's Whiskey Cast. There's Bourbon Daily. It's Bourbon Night. There's a lot of really good stuff, and they're lots of fun. And especially at first, it can be intimidating to go and do like a Facebook group or, a message board or Reddit forum and ask and talk about stuff when you're not sure, because, and this might be contentious, a lot of those groups and interactions, the people in those can be pretty rough. Like anything, they treat newbies kind of rough, like hazing. I don't know. I never liked it, and so I was always intimidated. So I stood back for a while and just listened and watched and read things. To at least I had some base bourbon knowledge. And then you start participating in things like Facebook groups and stuff, which I think can be really great, but I totally understand how intimidating they can be at first. So that's why I say step back, do your research, read up, listen to some things, and get your base down. And number 5 is the cheesy one, the obvious one, have fun. Because this is supposed to be fun. This is not a job. This is not like a business, or at least I don't think it should be for a bourbon fan. This should be about enjoying this spirit that has become so popular recently, and for good reason. It's delicious. There's so much going on. It's a uniquely American thing, so there's some pride and patriotism in there. But enjoy it for what it is. And have fun. And experiment. Try making cocktails, mixtures, blends of your bottles and things like that. Just enjoy it. Because that's what it's all about at the end of the day. The end of the day. Having fun. Thank you guys so much. There's your top 5 tips for new bourbon fans. Pretty simple. Just follow that. Do your research. Shop local. Don't hunt, and start off slow. And enjoy it all. Thank you guys so much. Always be trying to learn new things. Please like, subscribe, hit the notification button. Find me everywhere. It's all listed below. And always, always, always be wrestling with